Osho went for America and you went back to Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasya had gone already with Turia and Tanya to Germany because she wanted to see her dad. She was always coming and going with somebody or the other.
Okay.
And so then I went back to our farm again. And I stayed there for 5 weeks, which was really nice for me. And I went to see the doctor and did check out everything. But everything was fine at that point. And I was feeling good. And Nirvana had said, whatever, if she needs somebody, she would call me.
Okay.
So after 5 weeks, I got a call from Cologne, and they were asking me if I would like to come to New Jersey. Yes. So I only asked if I can bring Hasya, and that was okay too. And my parents had just given me some money, so the tickets were there too, so everything was good.
Osho was in New Jersey at that time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so I went with Hasya, and Nirvana and Chin, they picked us up from the airport, and we sit in the car, and I thought I would be doing some cleaning or whatever, or in the kitchen, or it doesn't matter. So Nirvana turns around and says to me, "So I hope you can do the sewing." I only thought in that moment, oh God, good that was not my idea. No?
You knew sewing?
Yeah, she knew that I was doing my and Hasya's clothes because I had no money, so what to do, So one of the girls from the farm, she brought me a little sewing machine. So I was doing my own sewing, and just before Veena left the end of Pune 1,
okay.
Or after she left before Osho.
Okay.
And so then Nirvana had a little job to do sewing, and she asked me if I can do it, and I did it. But I didn't think much about it. No? So I come to the place in New Jersey, and she brings me to the room. I had the room on top of her with the beautiful bay window. And so there was a big table in there, and a little traveling sewing machine was standing on that table, and that was the sewing department. So then I was looking for somebody that can drive me around, and that was Jayapal. And he knew New York really well, no? So he was bringing me to the Jewish quarters. They had the big warehouses there with materials, and it was incredible. I've never seen these Orthodox Jews in my life. So, but they were so helpful, Osho always wanted to see the material and feel it.
Oh, you went for shopping for him?
Yeah.
For his robes?
Yeah, because the next day after I arrived, I went into Osho. Nirvana took me. And he said to me, he needs warmer clothes. He didn't even ask if I can sew. And so we talked a little bit about materials, and then I said I would go and collect samples so he can see and feel, no? Veena had made him these kimono jackets, these long ones, white ones, because he was still wearing white at the time. And I had made him 2 little hats in Pune already, because he thought he needed something on his head.
You knitted it?
No, but I went and found an Indian woman that had a knitting machine.
Okay.
And I asked her to knit me a tube. No? And then I was cutting that and sewing it together and just turning around. And these little hats you see from the pictures in New Jersey, they're very simple, nothing, just plain.
But he liked that.
I don't know, I never heard anything. So
he was using it.
He was using it, so in a way he must have liked it. No? Yeah, he was using that in New Jersey when I came. And but I had to look for dress material first. And so I went around with Jayapal and collected a lot. And then he chose something from that. So I was going back, ordering, la la la. In between I had to sew. And after a while it was too much for me because I'm not so strong and my liver, was not so recovered. And then I was allowed to rest in the afternoon for an hour, and that was really good. And I was asking for help because Apita was there. She was doing shoes, but she was pretty much finished with what Osho wanted. And I knew she could sew very well. So I asked for her and I got her, and she was doing all this stuff going to town. That was great already. So I could sew and Osho could see and try on something. The other day somebody asked me, do you remember the first dress? I don't. I have no idea what I did. And then after a while he said it would be nice to get socks. So then I was going shopping, knitting machine, and thinking, how the hell am I going to do that? I have no idea how these things work. I never did.
He didn't want ready-made socks.
No, because he wanted the one with his toe, you know, and so, okay. And then Ashish was there, and he also had nothing particular to do, so I said to Ashish, can you help me set it up? You know machines, and try it out so you can explain to me how it works. And I don't have the time really to do it, and don't have the head, too much in the head. And he, so he did that and ended up with it. Oh. So in the end, he was doing the socks and everything that was knitted, which was beautiful for me. And he said it was really difficult for him because also he is an engineer and things like that. But this machine was really not what he is used to, So he had his freakouts once in a while. And then we were going into Osho to talk about something. And he was saying to Osho at one point that he is having some difficulties with the machine once in a while. And Osho said to him, machines are moody. And I loved that because so true,
Machine are?
Moody.
Moody, okay.
No? It's so true. I mean, I have the same with my sewing machine. When I'm not in a good space or something, sometimes everything goes wrong, and then the next day everything is fine again. So I really love that, what Osho said. It's so true. And Ashish started off with socks, which came out really nice. And then Osho wanted whole robes, and hats. And then he wanted stripes everywhere. So Ashish was busy.
He designed himself this type of robe?
Yeah. I mean, it was always...
With all this
no, that comes much later.
Much later.
I don't know if you remember photographs in the beginning of the run. She was wearing them to very plain, like a long sweater, and just the stripes here on the bottom, on the collar, on the head.
I remember that.
And he really liked that because it's so comfortable to wear these things, no? But on the ranch, they were growing and growing, knit in that length is not stable. And you can't do anything about it. Because it was synthetic yarn. that are the most stable yarns, you know, that
Yeah.
pretty much keep the size and everything and don't grow endlessly. But one day Osho tripped over one of his ropes, and then Nirvana pulled them all out. So they were
They were too long.
Yeah, they were growing. you know.
Growing, okay.
Yeah. And there you can't do anything about it. It's just too long,
Okay.
you know. And he liked it long, so you can't start this size and let it grow. Not possible. No. So yeah, it was a pity in a way, but that was it. And then different style came, you know. Then he saw Nirvana wearing a jacket, a velour jacket, and he liked the sleeves. And that was the time when this big sleeve came in. And when we changed to the collar with the elastic, you know, and the cuffs with the elastic. And that was so funny because we were trying all out. You know, when Osho said he would like something more snug around here, I was thinking, you know, how the hell to do that, you know. So
He had a zipper behind, right?
he used to have a zipper, no? But not in this. He didn't want a zipper anymore. Maybe it was uncomfortable for him, or Nirvana always had to do it. I don't know, no?
So no
But-
zipper, just
Yeah, he just wanted
okay.
finished. And so we were talking. So Osho was suggesting maybe something with elastic. So I go back to the sewing room, and then we try out what we can do and who has an idea. At that time, it was just the three of us, Peter, Ashish, and me, no? Which was my most favorite constellation, I must say, because we are so harmonious with each other that that is beautiful. There was no interference on any level, you know. So that is really nice to work that way. And so we came that we did these elastic and then ruffled it together. And so we made it, made the dress, and then it, before it comes to Osho, it goes to the laundry and Shunyo washes it, and then it goes in the cupboard to Osho. So when he was trying it on, Nirvana came up afterwards with the dress, and she was telling Osho could hardly get it over his head. And she had to help him taking it off. And I was sitting there thinking, wow, what happened? No? It was the washing. The washing just got it all together. And then, of course, we, for the next dresses, we made it differently. We made the piece for the collar and the cuffs, and then we gave it to the laundry, and then it came back, and then we put it on. So it was before, and then everything went fine after that. But that are the little adventures you have, you know, because I'm not a learned seamstress, so I have no idea, you know. It goes by trying and learning. Yeah. So that
Who
was-
used to decide about matching colors and all that? Mostly he has these flaps with different colors.
Yeah. In the beginning, it was just one color, you know, when we did the style with the big leaves and just this straight middle piece. So it was just one color, if you remember the dresses from that time. Pretty much we made what we got on material, what we could find, you know. It was like the two places, Madras and Redmond, there was nothing much. So Peter was going to Portland and bringing materials. Of course, we showed to him before. So we did that. And then after he moved to his new house, you know, that was built between the swimming pool and the trailers, then he gave us his bedroom, and next to the bedroom was a small room with cupboards. So all these cupboards we filled with materials, whatever we had whenever we were shopping, or people were also sending stuff, no?
Okay.
And then once in a while he came
In the room.
in this little room, and with Vivek and me, we pulled out things, you know, so he could see. We had all nicely put the materials one on top of the other, and then he made matches.
He made matches.
For the body, but that was a time when he had the wings already. So it was later, you know, when the new style was coming up. Then, of course, he liked to pull out all the materials. And in the end, there were heaps like this and little piles like this, where we had the matching up ones. So, I loved that. He was squatting in the middle of it, pulling from here and there. That was so beautiful.
So mainly you did that job in the ranch, in sewing department.
Yeah.
You were there.
At one point we got the other Gayan, the other German Gayan, when she was coming to the ranch, and she was really good crocheting, no?
Okay.
And then she started making hats, different
Hats.
crocheted hats for him, no?
Matching hats also.
That was really nice, but we had
And
these.
Arpita was doing sandals.
Yeah, and sewing, no? Whatever. If he needed some work on the shoes, she was doing that. And otherwise she was sewing and doing.
One time I remember you shared that for celebrations, 5-day celebration, and you were making 7 ropes. He made a Jackson. Yeah.
Ah, so
You
you
don't
made only
remember
6.
that? 6, 7 ropes. So you were
Yeah,
like
we had 1 for every day
every day.
and 2 for the last, no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so make 6, no?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.